We're back with our asynchronous dialogue for public relations, advertising, and brand management, looking at some questions from Aaron. And we were just talking about the myth model from Berger, and that's an exciting model. Perhaps in hindsight, it would have been great to put into practice. Maybe that maybe as a course tease, maybe that semiotic, special topics and semiotics or something like that. We can further delve into the myth model. I like the sound of that a lot. But let's look at a quick question from Robin Blakeman, the Integrated Marketing Communication chapter. Chapter 6, what qualifies a product as falling into the emotional category, and why would an emotional product require less copy? Okay, so when we're talking about copy, we're talking about writing the script itself, sort of script writing. Couldn't copy appeal to emotion like visual storytelling? So the question though is, Blakeman suggests that product equals an emotional category. Why would an emotional product require less copy? Here's what I'm thinking: sound, image, right? Music, even these do more showing than telling. Okay, so they do. So if we have a cut, like a scene of someone's eyes, all right, in a commercial, in a film, what have you, I mean, and perhaps there's music accompanying in the background, that no one could be saying anything. But we could do a shot, reverse shot of like eyes, the object they're looking at, back to the eyes or what have you. And we're getting, plus say mixed with music, we're getting more than if someone was standing there saying, I am now looking at your new purse. What a lovely purse. I want to buy your purse. Is that from the Coach store? Where did you get that purse? At the outlet mall. Okay. I want to get to that. So, think about that. We're going to be scripting in weeks 3 and 4. And it's absolutely the time to start considering these elements in conversation. And that's why we do the drafting phase of our scripts, right? Our copywriting, if you will. On page 94, author writes, quote, what is talked about in the copy must have a corresponding visual, end quote. How does this relate to radio? Thinking about our copy for the final assignment. Okay, so the simplification process of our fast track course, we are producing audio spots. So that was preface for anyone behind on what we're getting at with this question from Aaron. So we're producing audio spots, but we're also producing scripts for those audio spots. But when we're reading about the theory behind it, or the practicum, Blakeman suggests what is talked about in the copy must have a corresponding visual. But what do you do if you're writing for radio is the question, all right? We're all caught up. Here's a response I would say. In some ways, it doesn't. It isn't theoretically necessary. But in establishing visual description, even if it's for an audio-based piece of media, all right? So think about that. Even if it's audio-based, to provide, to brainstorm and articulate and provide a visual tone, this can stimulate the ideal direction or the imagination of your voice talent. Okay, so whether each of you all you should be playing some role in the audio production itself for your final, but you can absolutely bring on board others to contribute, to help you with your script, right? If it's a narrative, what have you, you should play some role, but you can have others assisting in that. But the more visual description you can provide, in other words, it's like the saying we use, paint a picture for me, right? So we're not asking you to get out the palette and your watercolors and whatever, and the canvas, and go to town, over a long session. We want you to be descriptive, okay, and be descriptive about what kind of mood are you establishing. What would this look like if it were visual? And I think that's going to go a long way in helping each of you craft your messages. On page 162, we read that the national generic message is not used very often. In what cases would this be? Okay, so when did the national generic messages, or in what cases would it be used? So here's something I thought of. First thing that came to mind, I remember I used to hear a lot of Burger King ads on the radio. Burger King's a national fast food chain. But whether it's Burger King or Chick-fil-A or Starbucks, for one to open a new store, they basically, these are independently operated and owned franchises, all right, with all these kinds of additional costs and fees, the franchise fee, the franchise cost tag, okay, and the way that works. But you know, so say I'm operating a franchise. It's of a brand that is national. So what I might be doing is the local owners would have to purchase ad space for their franchise. Okay, so I'm located in Oklahoma City area code, so I would be using I would be reaching out to local affiliates to purchase ad space, but I might also either have to request or additionally purchase the national ads to be used, right? Because the national spots would be produced at a premium. And so, then you are using the national ad in a local setting.